When we think of medieval trials, we imagine knights accused of treason or peasants punished for theft. But in the Middle Ages, the accused were not always human. In fact, across Europe from the 13th to the 18th century, animals were routinely dragged into courtrooms, put on trial, and even sentenced to death. And the most common defendants? Pigs. Yes, pigs were hanged, burned, or mutilated in front of large crowds, just like human criminals. This bizarre practice wasn't a joke. It was a reflection of how medieval people understood crime, justice, and even the cosmic order of the world. Let's start with a case from Savigny, France, in 1457. A sow and her 6 piglets were accused of killing a 5-year-old boy. The mother pig was found guilty and hanged in the public square. The piglets, however, were acquitted on the grounds that they were too young to know better. Believe it or not, this trial is recorded in detail in the local archives. Fun fact, some of these animal trials were so official that pigs were given lawyers. In one 15th century case, the defense argued that the animal had been provoked or was acting on instinct. Imagine being a medieval lawyer standing in court, solemnly defending a pig accused of manslaughter. Why pigs? Well, pigs were everywhere in medieval towns. They roamed the streets, ate garbage, and sometimes attacked children. To us, a pig is livestock. But to a medieval townsperson, a pig wandering through the street was as dangerous as a strayed dog with rabies. Executing a pig wasn't just punishment. It was a warning to the community. Here's another documented case. In 1386, in Falaise, Normandy, a sow was executed for killing a child. Chroniclers note that the animal was dressed in human clothes before being hanged, complete with a waistcoat and gloves. Why? Because the crime was treated as if a person had committed it. Dressing the pig like a human symbolized that the animal was being held to human law. The event drew huge crowds like a grim form of entertainment. And this wasn't just pigs. In Switzerland, a rooster was burned at the stake for the crime of laying an egg. Authorities feared that rooster eggs were used in witchcraft. In other cases, donkeys, horses, goats, and even insects were excommunicated or tried for property damage. One set of records describes a trial against a swarm of locusts. The insects were summoned to court and ordered to leave the area under threat of divine curse. So what explains this madness? To medieval people, crime wasn't just about breaking laws. It was about disturbing the moral and spiritual balance of society. If a pig killed a child, that act created disorder in the world. By putting the pig on trial, dressing it like a criminal, and executing it, the community restored symbolic justice. Another fun detail, executions weren't cheap. Town records show that officials paid for special executioners, ropes, chains, and even new clothes for the animal to wear. In one case, the bill for executing a pig nearly bankrupted a small village, but the leaders insisted it was necessary to uphold the dignity of justice. By modern standards, this looks absurd. But remember, in the medieval mindset, animals weren't entirely separate from humans in the eyes of law and religion. Some theologians argued that animals could be possessed by the devil, acting as agents of Satan. So punishing them wasn't about fairness. It was about protecting the community from evil. Over time, as legal systems modernized and science replaced superstition, animal trials faded away. By the 18th century, they were mostly gone, dismissed as barbaric relics of the past. But for hundreds of years, people truly believed that justice demanded pigs and other animals stand trial like everyone else. So the next time you imagine medieval life as just knights and castles, remember the darker, stranger side. A world where pigs were hanged in the town square, roosters were burned at the stake, and locusts were summoned to court. It's a reminder that history is often stranger and more unsettling than any legend. If you enjoyed this dive into the bizarre justice of the Middle Ages, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Forbidden History, and comment below. Should we cover more strange medieval punishments or jump into the shocking scandals of ancient Rome? Your idea might be the next episode.